Eric is in Albany. Hi, Eric. Welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate your taking my question.
Sure. What's up?
So, I keep getting into my head and wanting to liquidate all my investments and pay off my mortgage. And I kind of know that, like, mathematically that's probably not the right choice, but like I feel like it would be a major pressure reliever, and then to be able to go back through and just use all my discretionary cash to start going back in and rebuilding my portfolio.
Mm-hmm. So how much do you have in your portfolio?
I have in my stock portfolio, I have $180,000.
Did you say 180 or did you say 80?
180,000.
Okay. And what's your mortgage balance?
My mortgage balance is like 170.
Okay. All right. And those are the portfolio you're discussing is not in a retirement account, correct?
Yeah, it's a taxable account, yeah.
Okay. And you're debt-free other than your home?
Yeah, for the most part. I have a credit card that's got a very low balance on it that I literally just charged last month that I get paid off by the end of the month.
Okay. And what's your household income?
Pre-tax, about 260.
Good for you. Well done. How old are you?
I'm 40.
Okay. And so so you're saying that mathematically it doesn't make sense, and I would even challenge that part. I think mathematically it does make sense to pay off your house.
Well, we bought my house in 2012,
Doesn't matter.
And we got like 3.5% interest on it. So at this point, and we've overpaid on it ever since, and paid biweekly.
Yeah.
And so at this point, I'm like not really paying any interest on it, and what interest I am paying is minimal versus the returns that I've been able to get in the stock market.
Yeah. But you've not factored in
return.
risk.
Right.
There's no math for risk in your formula. And not factoring in risk mathematically is a naive formula.
Mm-hmm.
And so here's what we know. We know from the data of studying millionaires that the typical millionaire does two things that causes them to get to their first $1 to $5 million. That they get out of debt, house and everything, and they build their 401k and their Roth IRAs and good growth stock mutual funds. The number of millionaires that we asked and we said, okay, did you leverage your home in order to invest in stocks, and that's why you became a millionaire? The number of them that say that is very close to zero. They say stuff like, well, Lord, no, I got out of debt. Isn't that interesting? So the formula that you're proposing is mathematically correct, is not used by hardly any millionaires to get to millionaire status. Translation, your formula's wrong.
So, Eric, would you take out, against your home, a $180,000 loan to invest into single stocks?
Well, if that were all I was doing for a living, yeah, sure, why not? But
if you were day trading for a living, basically?
Yeah.
You also probably wouldn't be sleeping at night. You'd lose relationships because you'd be staring at these numbers, making sure they go up all the time.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right about that.
So there's a piece of this where, man, I can feel that you're craving that piece, but you're stuck on the starry-eyed, but what if I got this return on that money? Yeah. And the guaranteed return in your house, I think, is way more valuable.
So here's what I would do. You called us, and so really simply, I would cash out the stock and pay off the house today. Now, then I don't have a house payment. I have an increased stability at the very foundation of my life and my financial plan, because you cannot grasp, and you actually can't mathematically capture that it feels different to walk through your backyard with no shoes on. The grass feels different when you don't have a mortgage. You cannot capture that. You cannot capture what this does, that the stress release, even if it's minor, what that does for your relationships. You cannot capture what it does for your boldness and your excellence in your career. And all of those things over time, the math actually plays out that people of means, people of wealth, actually do not take out home mortgages to trade and sell, buy and sell single stocks. Those are called day traders, 78% of which lose money and lose a lot of other things while they're doing it. So Georgia,
you only hear about the ones that win.
Well, and they're always temporary. Because, it's the same thing as playing the slots. Oh, I wanted the slots, right? Yeah. That's how they built those casinos, okay? Not by you winning at the slots, I can tell you that. So mathematically, just because you hit it once doesn't mean you're going to. So all of that to say, Eric, I'm going off the data of the 30 years of doing what I do, walking alongside people, watching their lives transform, watching their relationships, their careers blossom, and their portfolio, because when you don't have a house payment and you make $260,000 a year, you can build up $180,000 really quick if you want to screw around with single stocks. Won't take long at all. So, good question. Thank you for calling. Pay off your house today, sir.
Yeah, the whole end goal of both of our discussions is build wealth. The question is, what is the best path to do it? And we have found that doing it with the least amount of risk possible puts you in a better financial position long term. And so what we're saying here is you're going to build wealth either way. You could lose your butt hanging on to these single stocks in the next week, depending on who tweets what, or you could have a guaranteed return with no house payment, making $260,000. You think you can build wealth with that situation? Absolutely.
100% of the time you can. So, and 100% of the foreclosures occur on a home with a mortgage. So,
didn't have to do a lot of research on that.
It'll come to you later, I promise. So that's the idea, folks. That's the idea. What is your most powerful wealth building tool? Is it your home equity? Nope. It's your income. The person in your mirror is the secret sauce. For you to build wealth, for you to build a quality life, you're the secret sauce. You're the answer. No one's going to do it for you, and there is no magic pill that you've yet to discover. Just go in there, brush the fog off of the mirror after the shower, and look at that guy, look at that gal, and go, you're the problem. You're the solution.